shout outs to Rin again for bringing us these translated, To Be Hero X content. This is the PV for episode 8, and we are finally starting Lucky Cyan's arc. Let's check it out. What hues lies within beneath the luck born of that disaster, and how will Cyan paint her own meaning of fortune? Sub by me again. Shout outs to Rin for always, giving us these translations.
这个孩子，我想拜托给你，能帮扶这些孩子成长。 本来就是我开办福利院的初心。哇，这次
Aren't these the same guys that was in Queen's PV trailer? I remember making the comment that Queen seemed to have trust issues because she thinks that she got abandoned, and we see two male figures, which I think looks a lot like these guys, right? At least one of them is, right? Anyways, these guys run an orphanage, and Lucky Cyan is also from an orphan.
我想拜托给你，能帮扶这些孩子成长。
Is there any pictures in any people here that we could maybe find like an Easter egg? Imagine Queen was one of these girls, but I don't think so. So lucky, huh? And that's the guy, right? Because in the PV, it seems like there was a boy that died because of Lucky Cyan. Or at least she blames herself for it. So this is the guy, right? Scandals. What kind of hero is this, I wonder, huh? They all love this, like, robe, this outfit that they're wearing. Even Lucky Cyan was kind of wearing that outfit, so maybe that's like a popular hero that all the orphan kids look up to these days. Behind that disaster were far many too buried scandals. Okay. Wait a minute, yo, this feels like a cult. Yeah, okay, this feels creepy now. What the orphan? The orphanage is trying to prop up Lucky Cyan as some sort of like godlike being, most likely due to her luck. And this is supposed to be like a symbol of hope. And they put this child in this role to be some sort of idol to worship. Based on the facial reactions from, the characters in the background, like this kid, they don't look too happy about it. This is getting kind of creepy. This is kind of reminding me of that whole Ymir stuff, right? I forget all the different plot lines in Attack on Titan, but I do remember, wasn't like Ymir like kind of like propped up to be some sort of like false god idol figure? Oh. Interesting. Anytime there's any sort of religions, cults, and those kind of themes in shows, I get really invested into it due to the whole like cult-like zealot-like mindset, which I find so fascinating. Aw, poor baby. She also just wanted to be normal. Everybody seems to just want to be normal, huh? But it ain't easy being nice. It ain't easy being lucky. I'm so excited for a story. Yeah. It's looking pretty good. When is the ESOL interview? Oh yeah, the director is going to probably do another interview that maybe Rin will, translate. So cool. We'll definitely check that out. Where's Linling? He's gone, bro. That sure looks like a cult. Absolutely. Is this some kind of cult? Absolutely. So are they from the cult that worships Zero? Now, that is an interesting comment because I think this is a super sweaty comment that you would only understand if you knew about that whole, like, person named Zero who ESOL fought back in the day to eventually become, the title X, but that's pretty much it. The Easter egg I think is really interesting is the fact that this guy kind of looks like one of the people from Queen's PV, but we know that Queen came from like a really rich upbringing, right? At least it looked like she did. And maybe, these dudes were Queen's family that also just happens to run an orphanage and is making a lot of money. I'm not too sure. Please go check out Rin's Twitter. I will never call this shit X. Go check out their link. They always give us such nice, translations. I truly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the actual reaction. Bye-bye.